are at Oomomo.
Whoa, hold your horses, Job. Let's do our intro first. First of all, hi everyone, my name is Job. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do some stationery shopping, and I thought we would check out Oomomo, which is a Japanese lifestyle store that is located in Richmond, which is part of the lower mainland of Vancouver. I have known this store as Daiso because this was previously a Daiso, but over, I don't know, the past 2 years, it shifted to Oomomo, which is, very similar to Daiso, but they have, a wider selection, I believe, of goods, and the prices are maybe not as affordable as Daiso, but they are, moderately priced nonetheless. But according to the website of Oomomo, it says that they are a Japanese lifestyle store, and they're supposed to be the one-stop shop destination for stylish and timeless inspiration with a huge variety of household and lifestyle items imported from Japanese merchandisers. So we'll check it out, and apparently there's a new stationery pop-up right now, so they have I was gonna say up and coming, but like other stationery brands that are not normally sold at Oomomo. So let's go take a look.
Where is it? I can't find the stationery. Oh wow, why is there a cafe? Found it. They have their Japanese stationery pop-up. Oh my gosh. Okay, shoot. Ah!
I apologize for aggressive past Job saying how much I spent, but here is the calmer hauling Job that will tell you about everything that I bought.
Get these Japan France rodeo pads. So cool. I don't need them, but the design is so good. Look at it. Oh, so cool. Maybe this one. No, I don't need one. These are cute. They're like $10.
And now you see a stationery addict in the wild. Here is the subject named Job, looking at multiple Sachihata ink pads. Will he get 1 or will he get 5? Only time will tell as he adds more to his cart.
Cute.
At this point, I should probably preface this that I actually was like in a trigger happy mood adding to cart, but I didn't buy all of this. It was just really fun and satisfying to just like aggressively throw things into my cart. I was really excited to see that they were selling the Karapo refillable pens that you can add fountain pen ink, but there was so many good brush pens, but I decided not to pick up any because I have way too many.
So many Camille.
There were also these like sets that I've never seen before with like this reoccurring design. I think maybe it might be a collaboration, but there was like a set of pens and pencils with that kind of anime-esque design, which was really cool. Honestly, the washi tapes were tempting. There was a lot of washi tapes. This just looks like a little bit, but there's actually like another wall that I discover later on, and I really wanted to get one of these, but I've actually been not on like a washi buying kick, but there was this really cool grid slash checkered one that I liked. It's like dark green and black, but I think I didn't get that one, but we'll see later on. And then as I moved forward, I saw this really cool fountain pen type thing that you'll hear me talking about. But also the Pentel Calm, we'll talk about this a little bit later. Spoiler alert, I bought one, but we'll talk about it a little bit later.
I've never seen these Fonte fountain pens. It's like $10 for the body, and then you buy a cap for $4.
I almost had a moment of weakness here because I love the Cameo dot stickers. I think they're my favorite dot stickers, but I have so many dot stickers right now that I didn't get any. But this was like the giant wall of washi. It looks a little bit picked over, but I think in person it was still really impressive. They had a lot of stuff, and they weren't just from, you know, MT or like the big brands like Mass Day. There was a lot of other, you know, brands. And here I am looking at BGM. They had like a whole wall of BGM sticker flakes. I was really tempted. I don't own any BGM, and so like you just saw, I added to cart real quick, and I was intrigued about these kind of floral stickers. These are larger sticker flakes, and they are clear plastic over the washi ones that I added to my cart. And then last but not least, I had to check out the page flags. I didn't get any, but I was really intrigued because they were in this kind of like credit card format that might be really nice to fit into like the pockets of notebooks. I could see these fitting well into like the Hobonichi pockets.
Mission accomplished. Yay! $60.
I apologize for aggressive past Job saying how much I spent, but here is the calmer hauling Job that will tell you about everything that I bought. I may or may not have bought too much. I mean, the bag they gave is huge, but I didn't buy that much. I really didn't want to buy anything. I just wanted to check it out, but obviously I had to get a few things. So I'm just going to pour everything out. Minus... Ooh. Hello? Okay, we're fine. We're fine. I think. Okay. We're good. That was very anticlimactic, huh? Let's move everything out of the way so we can build some suspense, but let's get the one that I'm very excited about. I finally have glue refills. So these are GLOO tape runner refills. So I found my fave tape runner now. It's the Kokuyo dot liner long, because this just lasts forever. I've had this for like 2 months. And that's pretty long because I usually go through these pretty quickly, maybe like for a month or even less than if I'm really doing some intense collaging. I know I can use glue, but I can't be bothered to use glue like GLUE, not the GLOO, like a glue stick. It just gets messy. And the way I glue, I like all of the edges to be like fully saturated with glue, and I always need like a piece of scrap paper underneath to get the edges. So this just mitigates that. And then yeah, this brand is just a lot nicer. I'm gonna try and actually no, I don't even have the actual covers to show you, but I bought the refills. So this is the medium size. I think I have a medium, but the thing is, these are so tiny. Like, this is such a tiny refill. Why? Like this compared to this. I love how this looks aesthetically, but let's see, how do I open this? Ooh. This just this whole thing was full, and then this is what you get with this one. And I bought a pack of 5 refills on this for like $25 Canadian. But these are $5 a pop, so they're still kind of expensive, but this is the cheapest I've seen them in North America. So I'm really happy that I went to the pop-up to get a few of these. I think I'm gonna save these for like for a rainy day, or like when I'm journaling outside, like because it's a smaller form factor than this, so I don't need to bring this beast of a tape runner. But I bought 2 of these, so these were about $10 together. It's kind of expensive, but not bad. And then actually things just add up. I thought I bought way more, but I actually was pretty reasonable. And then I bought, I believe this is the Sachihara ink Iromio or water. I hope it is. This is the one ink that I'm kind of looking for. The other ink that I was looking for was Wisteria, and I purchased it the beginning of this year. Most of my ink pads are Sachihara. It's my fave ink pad. They're just so nice and they render so much detail. Let's see. I'm gonna grab some scrap paper and let's just do some quick stamping just to test it. Oh, we already have some stamping here. I'll just stamp over here. Let me get this lovely stamp from Journal as Alter. Oh, that was a bad stamp job, but it's really pretty. Actually, I don't think this is water. This is not Iromio. I was just rushing. I was like, is this the one? That water is lighter. I don't know what this one is, actually. I'll have to double check. I'll leave it on the screen, but still a lovely blue. The only blue that I have is like a dark navy, like almost midnight color, which I really like. But it's nice to have a lighter shade. It's nice though. It's just a nice blue ink. So yeah, there's that. Let me just clean my stamp. I like it. And this was $10, so that's comparable to how much I've paid for it online. And then, you know what? Let's do this. So I have been really into like not luxury ballpoint pens, but like very smooth writing ballpoint pens. So if you know me, you know that I've been on this Uni-Jetstream kick. Like I've just been getting every nice Uni-Jetstream. This is my newest acquisition. I don't know if I've ever showed this, but this is like the limited edition of the more black Uni-Jetstreams. It's a multi-pen with 3 colors. The black barrel just has more ink in it. And this is just like the smoothest one. This will always be top tier, but I was intrigued by the Zebra Blend and the Pentel Calm. These are all new pens. I think the Blend is the Calm is the newest one, and I was bummed because I just wanted the single Pentel Calm because both of these pens are very similar. I believe Pentel copied the Zebra, but this is supposed to be like a very calming pen. It's supposed to be the quietest knock or click. It's okay. Here, it's pretty quiet. It's supposed to be 77% quieter or something like that. And the casing around the nib is supposed to be very secure, so there's no rattle, and there isn't. It's really nice, actually. It's really smooth. And then the click of this is just, I know it's supposed to be quieter, but it feels satisfying. So I really like this. I actually already have one, but I have the multi-pen version, and I feel like the multi-pen versions are never as good, except for the Uni-Jetstream. Like this feels so satisfying, and the click is so nice. This one is all right. This is the Blend S, so there's 2 pen colors. There's black and red, and then you get a pencil, which is actually really nice. But I feel like this being a multi-pen, I don't know, it's just different. Like this is designed really well, and I believe these have 2 high-profile designers that were in charge of designing this. I think the Calm, I was intrigued because Izzy Miyake was the designer for the original version, not the multi-pen version. This one is the multi-pen version of the Pentel Calm. I wish I had the regular. This feels a little flimsy, but I still wanted to try it. This is 0.5. Both of these are 0.5. This one feels good. This is supposed to be, they copied the Blend pretty much. It's supposed to be a calming experience, hence the calming. It's supposed to be also a quieter knock or click. Like this is pretty quiet, but then like retracting it is pretty loud. And this was also designed to not have any rattle. I don't think there's any rattle too. There's just, I don't know, this one just feels like a little bit cheaper. Like this mechanism, especially the main knock for the black ink, feels so cheap. Like look at this. Ooh, it wiggles so much. I wish the clip was just integrated. Like, this is a well-designed pen. I don't know. I'm always going to be a Uni Jetstream stan, but I think in terms of ink, from when I've tried this when I got home, I like this the best, and then I like the blend, the way it writes, and then after the Pentel. They're all very smooth, though. I think you can't go wrong with these three in terms of ballpoint ink. I don't know. I feel like I'm just like a ballpoint stan. I used to be such a hater because of fountain, when I got into fountain pens and stuff. But honestly, so good. Gel is great, but I've always been a ballpoint kind of guy, especially during like uni. I always use the Pentel RSVP. So yeah, it feels good to be going back to my roots. And all of these are always... Oh, there's a baby. I'm sorry if you hear that. It's the summer, you know, there's kids playing outside, so it's totally fine. But yeah, super cool. Look at this, like, color story, though. Very, very cool. Okay, and then I got some BGM items. Not background music, BGM. So I realized I've never bought from BGM ever. It sounds ridiculous, but I haven't. So yeah, this is my first BGM purchase. I wanted to go for like a sunflower feel. So I bought 2 of these. I don't know, I just love sunflowers, and it's very summery, and yellow orange are my favorite colors. So this is right up my alley. I bought these ones. This has 45 pieces. There's 15 designs, so you get 3 of each sticker flake. This has some gold foiling. I feel like BGM does gold foiling a lot. The reason I've never bought BGM is because I've always received it in Happy Meal, so I've never felt the need to like purchase my own, which is actually a really super kind thing that people have, you know, done, which is really nice. But I bought these ones. There's 30 pieces in this, so there's slightly less, but that's still a lot. And these are just bigger, and this one isn't washi material. This one's just like a classic clear sticker, but these are nice and big. Like, look at that, so nice. And this is great because I have a lot of PETs, PET tapes that have flower designs, but sometimes you don't want a fussy cut, so this is all pre-cut. And then let me just open this one. But yeah, I didn't know, not that it's tea, but I didn't know that BGM is actually not a Japanese brand. It's actually a Chinese brand. But their main market is Japan. That's why all of the packaging is in Japanese, and their website is bgmlife.jp. But that's ridiculous. I didn't know that. I think their main mother company is a Chinese company, and then I don't know if they're based in Japan or based in China, but super cool. Still like this, and I don't know, they make good stuff. I just never bought them because actually I just never bought them. Period. I've always just been lucky to receive a lot of flake stickers from friends, so there's that. And then this one, I thought it would be cool to use. This is a clear stamp set, but I thought it'd be cool for swatching ink or just having like a little bit of an inky moment. So like I thought this would be cool to swatch inks in like a journal spread. And yeah, I thought these little like jewels would be fun too, to just add stuff. Like this is like subtly jewel and like constellation themed. I don't know, it's a little bit odd, but this is actually nice. We can test our new ink. That is not the Oomomo color. My bad. Okay, actually you're supposed to use an eraser to rough this up. Let me just grab an eraser. I don't know where my other main eraser is. I need to find it, but I always try to do this with a new stamp set. Apparently it lets the ink get onto the pad, not the pad, the stamp a little bit better. Okay, let's stamp this. I'm a wooden stamp kind of person, but clear stamps are always just so precise. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Super pretty. Okay, clean this off. I'll do a better cleaning job of this later after the video. Okay, And then let's do this, and then we'll call it a day. We'll start journaling with these items. Okay. This is supposed to be like an ink splatter. So this one doesn't even need to be that precise, honestly. Let's see. No! Let me just do that. No! Oh, that looks cool. I don't know. Regardless, it looks cool though. Let's try something that's a little bit more fine, like the consolation one. That was my fault. I didn't press hard enough. And then we'll do the constellation. I think the Sachihata is just good at showing, or I don't know, it's so good at rendering stamps that have a lot of fine detail. Like this is gonna look so good. I can feel it. Beautiful. Oh, pretty. And I like this. I hope I use it more. Honestly, this is your sign to remind me to use my stamps more, because that was my thing this year. My thing was supposed to be to get into stamping more, and I love stamps. I get lazy when I'm journaling. It's so bad. It's just like, oh, I'll just keep using something that's near me instead of, you know, grabbing my supplies. I think I just need to make my stamp like setup a little bit more intuitive, so I reach for it a little bit more. But there's that. I hope you enjoyed seeing the haul. Let's try and create something with our new journaling supplies. Okay, let's get journaling. So for today, obviously, I wanted to go with using all of the things that I bought, which also gets a little bit tricky with colorways and stuff. But luckily, I bought a lot of yellow/yellow orange items from the BGM collection. So we're going to go with that. Obviously, we got to lay down a foundation first. So we're putting some craft paper down, and I have this like torn piece of Korean dictionary paper that I had lying around, so I thought I would put that down. And then I wanted to use as much of the packaging as possible, so I cut up the packaging for the sticker flakes because it's so pretty. It has the designs of the sticker flakes on there, so I mean, you might as well use it now. So I cut one of the backings off, and then I cut it in half so I can use the other piece in like another journal spread. So we have like a pretty solid kind of mini collage here in the corner without using any of the supplies yet. And now I'm using the larger sticker flake, and honestly, it was actually kind of hard to get off the backing. I always use the trick where I use my finger pads, so like the cushy part of your fingertips, and you push up on the sticker flake so the sticker adhesive sticks to your thumb. I always recommend people to do that, but it wasn't working out because the sticker was a little bit flimsier, but we got it in the end. And then I realized, you know, that's all I wanted for the collaging. I have this like half cut up photo of me that I got from a school event thing that I've been hoarding, but I didn't want to use it for this spread because it didn't make sense. So I just left that little mini collage spot at the bottom, and then I used the Joe Bikuri, so my free printable, the August daily calendar, on top as like the finishing piece, and also as the date for today's journal spread, because I love, you know, collaging a little date I guess section in a journal spread. And then I was contemplating if I should do some doodling, and you know what, I thought I would, because I have been trying to print photos out a little bit less, especially when it comes to food, because I love food doodles and food illustration. We kind of talked about this in the last video, so I thought I would just leave that as something that I would do instead of printing. And then I have been toying around with the idea of drawing out little maps of like the places that I have been. It doesn't always work out, but I thought I would kind of draw a little map, and obviously I'm not going off of memory here. I'm just using Google Maps, and it's pretty informal, but I find it very fun actually. And as usual, I'm always going in with pencil because I do not have the confidence to go in with pen. I want to build up to that, but there's nothing wrong with using pencil first because it just adds a little safety blanket. And I know myself, if I probably make a pretty bad mistake with pen, I'll probably cover it up with some collaging. So at this current moment, I still love using pencil, but that could change at any time. But I've been loving this uni pin. So I've been a Sakura Micron user for the longest time. It was my fine liner of choice, but April Penguins Creative has been recommending this uni pin for the longest time, and it works fantastically, if not better perhaps, and it's a fraction of the cost as well. I've just been really enjoying trying out different pens and stuff. I know I got into fountain pens again, but there's always something cool in the pen world, like not just fountain pens, but like ballpoints, gels, and it's been really fun exploring that. Honestly, it's also been a little bit more affordable too, because the ballpoints and all these fine liners aren't too expensive to try out. They're sometimes $1 to maybe like $6 a pop, but they're definitely nowhere near the fountain pen range of like $30 perhaps. I'm still really liking fine lining my pen. No, not my pen. My drawings with my fountain pen, my TWSBI Iris that I showcased in the last video. But sometimes I like to give that a rest because I, still need to find a proper ink for that because it's been bleeding a little bit with the Kiwaguro. Still haven't picked up, Platinum Carbon Black, but I do want to try it out with, an ink that's a little bit more budge proof, but otherwise I have these lovely uni pins that I've been enjoying, and here I am just adding more texture to the map. That's supposed to be like water, but we'll see how it looks later on. And then I toyed around with doing some more collaging on the bottom right hand corner. I wanted to use that little page flag looking piece that I cut off from the packaging, but I saved that for later or for another future spread because it's equally pretty, and I have a lot of like yellow elements already, and I should probably actually use the sticker flakes that I bought instead of just the packaging. But before I decided to do any of that, I decided to actually just work on some of the painting of the doodle, and I went in with my pocket palette. So some people have been asking what this pocket palette is. So the actual tin itself is an art toolkit palette, but this is a special collaboration with Travelers Company USA. I think it's currently sold out, but you can buy the same tin. It's just not in the fancy green with the lovely TRC branding on the art toolkit website. And they're a Seattle-based small business. Like, I would definitely check them out because they're a small, not local to me, but almost local because it's just past the border a little bit. But it's a lovely company run by some lovely people. And then the actual paints are filled from tubes, so you can't actually get them pre-filled. I think there might be some specialty palettes out there that they sell that have a few pans filled, but the actual paints in this palette are from a mix of different brands, but mostly Daniel Smith and Winsor & Newton, and also Geckoso, which is a small like bespoke stationery and art supply brand shop that's based in Ginza in Tokyo. So it's super like small and specific. They don't really have any like online presence anywhere. So if anyone is in Japan, you should probably hit them up and then ask them if they can buy you one. I still want to purchase more, but I think the joy of purchasing Geckoso paints is actually going to the store. So manifesting that I head to Japan at some point in the next few years when the global situation is a little bit better, because the stationery shopping would be amazing. The last time I went to Japan was I think in 2017 when I was just about to leave Korea. So I have a lot of good memories. I still want to visit Travelers Company, not USA, Travelers Company Tokyo, because it's the only one that I haven't been to yet. When I went, the Travelers Factory train station was the one that just opened, and it was so nice to be there. But as you can see, we're still painting. I haven't really talked about the process of painting because I still don't know how to describe what I'm doing. I think my biggest takeaway when painting food is, a lot of our food is very glistening with lovely oils and juices, and usually that results in a lot of reflections. So it's best to kind of just leave some parts that are not colored in. And I just need to say I'm very proud of my color matching skill there, because I wanted the same color of the ink pad, so I mixed some paints to get the right color. I mean, it's not that hard of a job, but just looking at the left hand side of the spread, you can see the ink swatch and then the paint swatch beside it. It's pretty darn close. I'm pretty excited. But the thing is, the ink looks different on Tomoe River paper, which is where I did the swatch, and on Midori paper where I'm doing the painting. So it's not like the super best match, but just looking at the Tomoe River paper swatch, I'm just like, wow, he did that. Look at that, Joe. You totally swatched it like a pro. But that was like the end of like the painting portion, and then I wanted to play around with a technique that I haven't done in ages. So some of you might know I was into actually I wouldn't say I wasn't into it, but I had one of the distress ink pads, and I bought these dabbing tools. I don't know what they're called. When I just say dabbing, I just think of like the slightly cringy hand motion action. But that's not the dabbing that I'm talking about. This is like an ink dabbing tool. I was really into the Tim Holtz distress line when I was starting out journaling. I still like them. I don't have them right now because I think I left them in Korea with some friends. But yeah, I decided to do that with the Sachihara inks, and they still worked. So I tried to blend. I have like this orangey yellow because that's kind of like our main color for this spread. And then I wanted to incorporate the blue because, there was water on the map, and it looks okay. It's not my favorite technique. I think it just looked muddy where they intersected. So I decided to just add some green, like cross hatching or just hatching, using a green pencil crayon to kind of blend it. Just because in my head, I thought we would get like a nice kind of mossy green, but we just got like a very muddy green brown. So I decided to just, go in and help that little blending out with a pencil crayon, and I think it looks kind of cool. Actually, it adds a different texture. It has like that gradient feel that you get with like the ink dabbing tool. And then obviously I went in with a Posca paint marker in this kind of this is a cooler shade of yellow, not as warm as the tones that we've been going for, but I added a few starbursts, and then I added the pin where I was, which was Aberdeen Center, where Oomomo, yeah, Oomomo was. Wow, does a whole video about this store, doesn't know how to pronounce it. And then I went in with the two ink pads that I used, the light orangey yellow and then the Prussian blue that we purchased from that day, and then I'm just using a whole bunch of the stamps that we got. So there was the constellation stamp and this ink splatter stamp. Again, the theme still doesn't make sense, but it looks cool, and I really love a good constellation moment, or anything related to stars and the moon, so I really like that constellation stamp. Then I went in with my smaller sticker flakes. These ones have gold foiling, which is really cool. I pulled out one that had a sunflower on it, and I just put it on the bottom right hand corner with the washi tape. And then I did my journaling with the not the Uniball, is the zebra blend on the left hand side, just because I wanted to use some of the some of the stuff that I purchased that day. And then I did the rest of my journaling on the right hand side using the my Twisby with some diamine golden honey, my favorite warm yellow ink, and I think it looks fantastic. I added some more sticker flakes and some finishing dots using my dot marker, and here is the completed spread. It's a little bit busier than I have been kind of accustomed to, but I'm really proud of myself because I didn't print out any photos. And every time I do that, I feel good because that means I took some time out of my day to render something from my day in an illustration or a doodle, and it always feels great because it's my interpretation of the day instead of well, I mean, a photograph is still an interpretation of your day, but this is a little bit more in an abstract way. I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm just babbling, but I hope you enjoyed coming along with me to Oomomo and shopping with me. It's always fun to do these kind of like shopping-y vlogs. I don't want to enable anyone or like say that you need to buy these things or go to a stationery store to have fun, but it's always just fun, taking you guys along and just showing what it's like in, my region, because I know, some people don't have access to stationery stores IRL or like to this capacity, and some people mostly get their stuff online. So, it's always nice to see what it's like in different cities and whatnot. But let me know in the comments what type of videos you'd like to see next time, and I will see you in the next one. Please stay safe and have a lovely day. Bye bye.